Howdy ho again, everyone. Today I'm being sponsored by Paradox Interactive to ruin Age of Wonders 4 by taking over the world as the weakest faction of Hobbit manlets, and exploiting the game by summoning the occult powers of chaos demons from the Eldritch Warp to mount my army of hobbits on eagles and dragons. If you want to check the game out, this is a great time for the free-to-play weekend on Steam. I'm also going to be using a new Oathsworn culture, which is pretty busted and strong, in the new DLC called Ways of War. If you want any details on that and you enjoy the video, I do appreciate you click my link in the description. Okay, but before we get started, shout out to my YouTuber friend, Potato McWhiskey, who's a certified specialist in ruining civilization-type 4X games, who advised me that this was, in fact, the perfect strategy. Anyway, links to all this below. Please go check out his channel for more incredible content, as he is, in fact, much more skilled and taller than me. Okay, here we are on the main menu to Age of Wonders 4. New game. Now, there are many pre-made lands we could choose from for our game session, but I think for today I'm going to be using a custom realm. I've named it Manlet Hamlet. I've also chosen the background of, hell, because of how we're going to burn all of our enemies in this campaign. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to be playing on a large map. Let's raise it to the max player count with 9, and next we have to create our faction, so we have so many people to choose from. We could play as the feudal humans, mole people, Cruel Blight Lord, who is the leader of the Fiendish Rodents, essentially the Skaven faction. You do that if you want to swarm everyone, that's kind of cool. And unfortunately, the pre-made Halfling faction is the Wholesome Halflings. They are far too peaceful for what we're going to be doing, so no, we will be creating our own faction. We have so many races to choose from. Bird people. Scalies. We could play as furries if we want to, but we're going to go with the halfling race. Now, normally halflings have the traits of elusive, quick reflexes, and light-footed, but we're not going to be any of that. We're going to create our own custom set of traits here, so let's go and be... we're gonna be eagle riders. This is gonna give us the ability to just fly across the entire map. And then we'll also take overwhelm tactics because we are going to be leading quite a lot of manlets. You'll see why in a minute. Alright, look, we've created them. So we have many cultures to choose from. We could be barbarians, we could be like dark eldritch lords. But we're going to take the Oathsworn faction here. Now, the first two oaths we could choose are boring and peaceful. We have harmony and righteousness. We're going to take strife. And in addition to giving everyone glowing red eyes, we're basically rewarded for being just generally an abrasive, obnoxious nuisance. Raising and pillaging cities and provinces takes 1 turn less, and we get free Imperium for doing that. So more rewards for raising cities, which is fantastic. All right, so for society traits, we have a lot of options here. We could be peaceful, chosen uniters. Again, we have the Zerg option with prolific swarmers, a lot of fun cannibals if you want to go undead. But we're not going to be any of that. We're going to be chosen destroyers. Chosen destroyers is stupid OP in this game because raising a city gives you a permanent income of 40 extra gold, mana, and knowledge. Of course, we have to destroy everyone, but we were already doing that because we were Oathsworn Strife anyway. And we're also going to be mana channelers, because we are going to rely almost entirely on mana to create our army, because ain't nobody got time for that. We need to save our money, man. Okay, there are many tomes from which to choose, so we're going to be Tome of Zell. For our playthrough, we're going to take Wizard King because of our reliance on mana. It's time to customize our ruler, and for this playthrough, we're going to make ourselves into the Hobbit Lord, so that means getting a lot smaller. He's almost too beautiful for words. Here we go. Short King Bilbo Swaggins. I do like the pre-selected race name already, the Honorable Little Ones. It has a ring to it. But we are going to be just the classic manlets, and we will live in Smallville. Hail Short King Bilbo Swaggins, Wizard King from the beyond. His arcane powers will shape the future of manlets of Smallville. cannon. And he's an imperialist. He seeks to siege enemy cities and raze and destroy them. Stocky, happy-go-lucky beings who enjoy wild adventures just as much as a well-deserved nap. They soar through the skies on giant eagles. Well, you got that one right. They are warmongers and destroyers, choosing violence over diplomacy. Onward! Look at how strong and manly this guy is, the pectoral muscles. Alright, it's your boy, Bilbo Swaggins. Very strong and powerful Hobbit King. There he is, perfect in every way. Alright, so we spawned into the game world. Short King Bilbo Swaggins, here we go. New ruler emerges, explore the surroundings. We know how this works. Alright, and we have Summon Zealot and Counter Stance as our first spells. And we are located on a much larger map in the kind of northern region up here. So basically, if you haven't seen it before, Age of Wonders 4 plays out kind of like a fantasy civilization. We're gonna go around right here at the beginning and just do an auto combat with our ruler, and we lost no units just to gain a little bit of experience. Okay, so here is our ruler screen. We are basically running him around the world and just fighting people for experience. We have a scout, we can explore. Let's go ahead and grab some of these mana resources right here. We can also grow and develop the provinces around Smallville right here. So I think we'll start off with a storehouse to start upping our city population. As well as up here we have gold and mana, and we're going to start using some of our mana right away to summon some zealots, because it's basically just free units. What is essentially an army of manlets. And we'll also use some of our Imperium here to just attract population, and we will grow into this space where we have some free extra resources with these pastures, so we get kind of a bonus right here with our farm. Ooh, it looks like one of them is ready right now. Let's summon him in there. Yes, summon the zealot manlets. Take our revenge on the tall. And it looks like we've got our first free city here called Teacher Guard, which is also led by a hobbit, and that will probably be our first conquering. So let's go over to Teacher Guard. I almost forgot to mention, we can just go ahead and boost some of our production here, so we have some woods up here. If we do that, we will bring down the number of turns for our storehouse to be built. And now our main city is going to grow at a breakneck pace. All right, there we go. We have boosted all of our production to improve our growth. And in the meantime, let's just continue casting the Summon Zealot spell so that we can just create an army out of nothing. We're going to make an army of manlets is what we're going to do. And amazing, we are only on like turn 10 and we are about to conquer a city. We've just slain all of the defenders of Teacher Guard, and now we're going to raze it to the ground for money. Go, manlets. All right, we will just raze this city, and that is going to give us free income. And okay, already our ruler is leveling up. We are going to buy more casting points so that we can start to create even more manlets on the world map. There lay the city in ruins, and now that's going to give us another 40 gold per turn. Another 40 mana, as well as 40 knowledge. And we will put that toward just advancing our civilization. Okay, I'm just gonna explore around and keep growing my armies a little bit more. We've got our manlets here to aid us in our quest of dominance. And pretty much it's fine to just throw away their lives because we will simply replace them the next turn. Right, we're just gonna grab the Tome of Pyromancy to start burning everyone. Okay, and now we are sieging yet another city. And we are going to take down the city of Proximal, which is very weak, and we have surrounded it with summoned manlets. Now, along with that, we are going to just start going off of the Chaos Tree right here. And okay, we have, despite the loss of many of our zealots, right here, we have just bested them in combat, and now the city is ours. The many, many benefits of just being able to teleport in an army of small, angry men. Okay, we will also just raise this one to the ground, giving us more ongoing income beyond what we've already got, which is pretty good. We're only on, like, turn 23. That's only the beginning, though. This is only 2 cities. There's a lot more to go. So anyway, let us continue our quest of destruction. I've done a little bit of scouting here, and I see some very weak-looking cities nearby. Thorn looks like a particularly good target. Our main city is getting pretty advanced. We've just been able to spend all of our gold on stupid amounts of buildings. Okay, and zippity-doo-dah, we have zoomed ahead in our playthrough. We are about to fight this man wearing a veil over his face, who has the strongest military in the game. Our army has grown quite a lot. Now we have all of these young fire dragons, tier 3 units. And there is Bilbo Swaggins. He has donned a hammer and his feet are now visible and hairy. Okay, the AI has approached us. Oh god, the battles are so lopsided in this game. You just lose your entire army off of one blunder. Okay, this one is slightly closer. We are slightly down. We have just beaten the largest military in the game. Look, now all we have are these low-risk battles. Okay, at last we have begun the siege of Abbeyvale. We have only 2 turns left. We are undermining the walls. Yes, good, my astral serpents. Just pillage the nearby provinces so that they can't gain any more resources, and then we will raise the city. Okay, we also have this major race transformation called Demonkin. This is going to take all of our manlet hobbits and transform them into frenzied demons. This transmutates all of our race. Look at their little wings. There they are. Look at them go. They have demon along with just the other ridiculous enchantments. Everything about these men is on fire. 7 cities razed, 8 cities destroyed. We also have another perk here, Spoils of Destruction, which means that raising cities yields yet another 20 gold in permanent incomes. Yes, we have destroyed Glenn, whatever his name is, Glenn Harper. What an average name for an evil lord. I am going to summon a Baylor in our throne city, and look, there he is. He needs to drink other people's blood to get stronger. Okay, here's one more, and we have just eliminated the last of the people at Hartfield. I think now we can, city awaits its fate. We can raise this now in only 1 turn, and wait for it. Watch the gold, watch the mana income. There we go. Now we can go back to our main base and build some actual units instead of having to summon everything, because we can afford these much better Pyre Templars. They're very expensive. Go, my demon manlets. Okay, so we're at day 122, and we've pretty much taken out this red guy. He somehow survived, even though that we fought him and destroyed his throne city. He is but a shell, a husk of his former self. Almost all of this is just independent cities or factions that never really grew up out. The only one that has much power to speak of is George W. Bush over here. That's George Wizard Bush, leader of the Americans, of course, and we will deal with him later, but right now we are dealing with Drumar Walkery, who is a very tall skeleton boy. We've completely surrounded his house so he can't get out. We have like every enchantment in the game. Why would you run into this combat? We have twice as many people as you. Oh no, look at all of the manlets that have been slain. All right, now we can use this opportunity to consolidate our forces. Well, we can just march right into the city and... All right, well, at last we've done it. We are raising the city, and now I'm going to use my pillaging perk here so that I can... And we will just heal everyone back up to full HP. We've also shut down their teleporter gate so that they can't get through and ambush us. And look at all of that. Slagholm lay in ruins. Okay, so here we go. We are nearing the end here. A Smallville has grown to such really a massive size up here in the north. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Oh my gosh, we've just built roads through every single forest. You can hardly even see the forest anymore. We've made our way down south. We have taken out this guy who nobody cares about, Glenn Harper. It didn't matter what his name was because he's totally irrelevant now. We've made our way to Slagholm to battle the tall skeleton man, and look, we are raising all of his farms. Actually pillaging, so we get 20 more hit points every time we pillage, so their resources are our healthcare. Amazing stuff. Okay, and 3 stacks of units versus 1 of theirs in Goldwall, and that looks fine. I think we've got here... Okay, fine, you can fight my stupid puppy over there. I will take your entire city. Come on, focus on the real fight here. I'm taking your throne city. All right, good. There they go off to punish this random raider from a free series. Go, fight! That battle doesn't matter. All right, fine. We're just going to come walk up to you now that you've left your throne city. And my forces vastly outnumber theirs, so I think we can just go into auto combat right here. There we go, victory! Yes, Drumar Walkery has been defeated. We didn't... actually, I believe it will just take us 1 turn to raise the city. Yeah, 2,300 gold and 164 Imperium. Plus, we'll be absorbing some of their population. Drumar Walkery is now basically exiled. There are a few factions left. The game is about to end because of timer problems. This other Hobbit man has not grown powerful enough to be relevant at all. This shadow person over here is just kind of stupid and silly and never grew. The only threat we have left to face is that of George W. Bush, George Wizard Bush, who has been allowed to live in peace. George W. Bush, I declare war on you. Look how tall he is. All right, there lay his crown city of Tinwall. He is not as strong as the other people, but he's had more time. Okay, the siege has begun. We are attacking Runeforge. We have slain almost all of its defenders. We have access to every tech tree now, and we have fully self-actualized our Chaos branch completely. Send the Chaos Hounds. These are small, weak units, but they are fast. They are quick, our Chaos Hounds, and they will pillage all of the enemy improvements and then heal themselves back up to full HP. We need to slay just a single gargoyle. This is pretty lopsided. We have over 4,000 military strength, and we will just keep recruiting these dogs from hell. 10 rounds, only 10 rounds remaining. And look at this, they're just throwing themselves at us. Why are you doing this? Why? Ooh, that gave us a lot more Inferno puppies. Let's just add those in. They will go and pillage the land. Let's separate them out into packs so that they cannot be tracked down. Look at it all, we have pillaged. We've made it to the throne city, but they are too weak. Too weak are they? They have only around not even 2,000 army, but we have much more than that. We are much more powerful from feeding our Baylors. We've pretty much destroyed, oh, I guess he's trying to rebuild it, but, well, whatever. He won't be able to in time before we destroy his throne city. Go, we have maybe 2 turns left in the game. Let's take out, oh, they really, no contest, man. He's not even there anymore. He's just a disembodied ghost. Why has he turned into a rock elemental? Oh, I get it. It's a rock. Yes, that's actually historically accurate. He did, to a certain extent, lose himself in a rock. Maybe this is like some sort of spiritual self-actualization. All right, we will have a parade to celebrate the end of George Wizard Bush. I mean, we destroyed all of this, and all of this, and all of this. I did my best. And alright, day 151 has dawned. Who is the winner? Warlock of Inseldor achieved a score victory. This is upsetting news. What about military? I had the best military, clearly. I mean, we won in other regards, like diplomacy. We were the smartest. Well, it looks like he beat me only just by a teensy bit. 7th place! Well done, Bilbo Swaggins. Ride in your invisible boatmobile to your 7th place. Okay, and he joins the other rulers in the Astral Valhallan Void. I was able to destroy the civilizations of several men who were taller than me, and I obtained many rewards in my pantheon for that. Anyway, there you have it, the life and times of Bilbo Swaggins, leader of the Manlets. Anyway, as always, I'm Ambiguous Amphibian. Once again, shout out to Paradox. Thanks again for sponsoring this video. This is Age of Wonders 4. Once again, if you like what you see, the free-to-play weekend is happening as we speak, so check my link in the description, as well as the Ways of War DLC. I still feel as though I had the moral victory. Anyway, a big thanks to my patrons as well, all of whom have large, soft hands. Until next time.